here we go. We are back and it's done. The season's over. We have survived COVID for another year. We have finished another Premier League season and we are here to wrap up the final results for the first inaugural Foxes FPL Championship for 2021. And boys, was it a fucking year? Did we have some shit shows? Yes. Did we have some great results? Yes. Was fucking COVID ruining everything and making shit complicated? Yes. How many people did we lose along the way? 4? How many people did we keep engaged? Fuck, loads more. Boys, it was a great year. So there's a lot to get covered in this video. We're going to be breaking down who won, who lost, and everything in between. So strap in and let's get down to business. Alright boys, before we go diving into the awards for the year, let's just quickly break down game week 38's results. And coming in top spot for the week was Tyler, finishing out the season on a fucking high, flying mate, 93 points, followed by Aiden on 73 points, and fake Lingard himself, Pablo Fornals, fucking getting player of the round. If we go to bottom of the table for the round, boys, it was Jake, 40 points, followed by Corey on 45 points. How a boy can actually play and fucking still come last to a guy that doesn't play is beyond me. But we're going to get deeper. We're going to break down who won what, who came where. So let's get down to it. So before we go diving in and giving out awards, there are a few milestones that I want to bring up. And the first one I'm going to start with is the guy who had the single best game week in the whole league. He was Reese fucking Cole. And this boy in one game week ended up 3,391st in the world. That's a fucking good game week, boys. So yeah, Reese getting the highest points tally for the week and ending up 3,000th in the world ranking. He made in that 1 week a 1.3 million position change overall. That's fucking phenomenal. So well done, big fella. Following on from the best game week, we also end up with the same guy. Ended up with the highest transfer deductions for the season. And look at his face. Boys, that face alone tells you that 164 points in transfer deductions is a fuck load. He made in one game week 5 transfers. 5. Fuck me, boys. And one game week he made 4 transfers and ended up with 156 points. So I don't know what they take away from that, boys. Sometimes if you make a shitload of changes and build a whole new team, it works. Fuck. Yeah, but Reese, well done. You end up with 2 notable mentions for the season. And while we're at it, we'll knock off the last notable mention for Reese. Look, it's been a fun year for Reese, alright? West Ham's had a fucking great time. Reese has had a bit of an up and down season. He ended up with also the highest total for the season in a single round, and that was his 156 points. And what a fucking team he had for that week, boys. Made a shitload of transfers, had a fucking stacked squad. So well done, Reese. You had the single best fucking week, you had the most transfer deductions, and you had the highest game week result in a single season. So well done, quality season, but not in the cigars, mate. Not in any of the cigars. And now we move on to the lowest triple captain score for the season, boys. And that is my boy Miller. And boy, you are gonna be brought up a little bit more. Because fuck me, some of the decisions you made this year were terrible. Fucking triple captain Salah for 12 points. That is a shit show if I've ever seen one myself, boys. So well done. You were the first worst triple captain of the season. And to go with the accolade of worst triple captain, you also ended up with the lowest total in a round. And that was 13 points. 13. Just look at that team. Look at that fucking thing. It is disgusting. I could give my phone to my daughter who has no idea what she's doing and she would click better players than you did. And she would probably scored more points. Just let that sink in. Let that sink in. So well done, Miller, taking out the 2 worst awards for the season. And look, the last accolade for one of the non-trophy award-winning positions is the best triple captain of the year. And I thought for a second that was going to go to Reese. He was so close to getting it with that Richarlison triple captain. But no, ended up with old Matty Francis. Triple captained Fernandez. And what a fucking turnout it'd be. 57 points, man. That was a solid fucking triple captain. So well done, my friend. You end up with this season's best triple captain award. Excellent work. Boys, now we move on to the actual trophies for the year. Got the honourable mentions out of the way, brought up some key stats, but now we are down to the positions that matter. And starting at the bottom is the toilet himself, Luke Dupont. Look at that photo, man. Look at that. It's a good photo. Finishing bottom, my friend. Dead last, Corey, who didn't even play for like 3/4 of the season. That's got to tell you something. So you deserve a trophy after that, man. You dedicated the whole season of playing just to end up at the bottom. So well done to you. Highest position too, man. 4th on the fucking table at one stage. That's a mental drop. 4th to 17th, and you were playing pretty much all the time. And I'm just putting in their points per round because I need to fill some space and I didn't know what else to put in there. So fuck me. Well done, Luke. Bad season. We're hoping you'll be back for the next one and you don't take out the double toilet in a row. So well done for finishing last for the first Foxes League table for the FPL season. Now, this next trophy is for Jake Miller. Now, what this one entails is at least you tried, my friend. I will give you credit. At least you tried. You were in the group chat more often than not. You were trying every week. You were doing stuff. You were making transfers. You were trying to stay in the game. And that is why you get the at least you tried trophy, alright? You might be the club linesman, but you also are the FPL club linesman too. Because Jesus Christ, it was a shit show. It was a chaotic season. But at least you tried, my friend. Final position, 15th on the table. Highest position was 8th on the table. And you averaged like 50 points a round, which is not a good average. But well done. You played along. You were there to talk. You came out on the final game nights. Props to you, my friend. Well done and getting at least you tried. Now let's move on to a more positive award this time. And this is a guy that we literally nicknamed Just Don't in the group chat because fucking at the start of this season, it was a just don't touch that fucking player, Blake. Seriously, don't touch him, don't do that. Whatever you're thinking, just do the opposite. And Jesus Christ, did you turn it around. You were 15th in the league at one stage and you finished 5th. That is a monumental comeback. And look at your little fucking baby face. That was so good. So well done, Blake. You earned the comeback king for the season from coming from 15th place. And I mean, you were 15th place for a fucking long time. And you were like mid-table at like the midpoint, round 18, round 19 of the season as well. So fucking Jesus. Well done, man. It was a monumental turnaround. You did excellent. You picked up your mistakes. You figured some shit out. And you end up with the comeback king trophy. Alright, and finally, before we move on to the top 3, we break down the biggest disappointment of the season, or better known as the Donkey Award. And that's my boy Sam. Look, it took some consensus. I had to get outside ring-ins to come in here and decipher whether or not you deserve this trophy or not. And it was a flip of a coin, my friend, but you did. You did. Final position 13th, as high as 4th, and every single week we were chatting, trying to figure out who to do, what to bring in, and the best players to do this and best players to do that, and shit just did not work for you, my friend. Just didn't fucking work. So well done, mate. At least you played along every week. You were there, you're in the group chat, interacting. We tried, and it failed hard. Failed miserably. So well done for being the first Donkey Award winner. Looks good with you, mate. That face and your face is doing wonders. So well done. We'll see you next season or next cup. But let's make it so you don't end up as the donkey again. Now, finishing third position is Matty Francis himself. Final position third, and his lowest position was fourth. This guy was the most consistent player in the league all season, boys. He's hung around that top four. He never made big changes. He never did anything super crazy. He was always there, ready to pounce, and just never quite fucking pounced. So unlucky Matty, third place, first season of the Foxes FPL, and you put up a fucking solid showing, mate. You chased us all the way down in the end. There was a point in time where I was panicking, thinking you and Whip were going to run away with it, but it never eventuated. You guys hung around, you stayed there in third spot for a long time. You held off Mark, you held off Blake, you held off Sean, who made charges. So, well done, my friend. Excellent season. Bad luck. We'll see you next year. Hopefully you do take out number one spot next year and take it from myself. And for coming up in second place this year is the baby-faced assassin himself, Whip It. Aiden, you look like you do in that photo now. Nothing's changed, my friend. You look the same age. It's fucking ridiculous. It's crazy. I thought that was taken on the weekend, that photo. Brilliant, mate. Excellent season. Finishing second place. The lowest you went all season was 9th. Solid fucking thing. 60 points per round. It was an excellent result. Put up a great fight right until the end. Just couldn't catch me. Unfortunately, it was a great time. We had a great chat. We fucking fought and we bantered a whole way along, man. It was an excellent season. And well done for finishing runner-up for the 2021 Foxes season. And I hope one day your mum gives you a better haircut than that. And finally, the champion for 2021. And it's no other person than yourself right here. And look at that. Look at that majestic hair. Look at that, fucking so long. I wish I had the hair that like long still, man. Fuck, I miss it. And that sick headband back in the day, man. I was rapping fucking Jordan shit way back when I was young, man. So first place, like the lowest I fell all year was 8th place. So I had an average of 61 points just to get Whip It out of the way. It was an excellent season. I thought I fucked it about 3 or 4 weeks prior to the end of the season, but I managed to turn it around, make a good captain decision, bringing Allison in, scoring that header fucking saved my life. That there, boys, was the turning point. I'm going to put it down and say that Allison won me the FPL league. So don't underestimate a goalkeeper, boys. And he can make a big difference. When you're on a shit show and your goalie's letting you down, goalie can come up and fucking score a header and win you the fucking game and put you in the Champions League and win you the FPL all in one swoop. So what a fucking solid year it was, boys. And thank you very much. I told you I was going to finish first. I fucking finished first. I never back down from a challenge. Now let's see who can stand up for the next fucking season. So for the last time this season, we break down the weekly table. And this one is the end. It's the end of the season, boys. Finishing top, myself, second, Aiden, third is Matt, and Sean real close in that 4th spot, but he managed to hold off Blake by 6 points, man. Blake 5th spot, fucking tremendous season. Mark fallen all the way down to 6th spot by the end of this last final game week, so he ended up with the biggest loser for the round. He went from 4th to 6th. Bad end of the season, but a solid year, Mark. Top 6. Took you 4 weeks to figure it out what the fuck we were doing, but well done finishing in that top 6. Mid-table, Jamie held off everybody. Got 21.64. Excellent season. Solid position in that mid-table. You were tough, man. You and Sam, you guys were fighting for that title, my friend. So, well done. Oh no, sorry, it was you and Jake. Yeah, you and Jake. Sorry, for the At Least You Tried trophy. Sorry, mate. You and Jake were fighting for that trophy. So I gave it to Jake in the end because he did try. He ended up in a much poorer position. You actually had a half decent season, so well done. Tyler started strong, fell away, came back towards the end. What can I say? Mr. Inconsistent himself, but well done, my friend. It's good to have you in here. We're hoping that next season you stay and we build on this and we can see that early season form that you brought from the first few game weeks. betters floated around, man. I thought you were done and dusted at the end of the season, man. Fucking 3 or 4 weeks out from the end of the season, you dropped to 12th. 12th. And then you bounce back. Solid return. Well done. At least you stayed in there. I don't know how much you played. You barely said a word in the chat, but well done, my friend. Andrew, looks like you lost out to your brother and you owe him that carton of beer, so bad luck. Dead center mid-table. Brett didn't finish last. Didn't even play for half a season, I think. So well done. You managed to hold off Morgan somehow, whether it's by a pure coincidental fluke, I don't know. And Morgan rounded out the mid-table section. And then we fall into the bottom 5, and Sam, man, ended up the top of the bottom 5. So you did well. You managed to catch Reese and hold him off by 3 fucking points, man. So excellent, excellent work. Reese just below him in that bottom 4 spot. You're safe from relegation, mate. But you ended up with all the fucking accolades for the season. So well done, excellent season. You made fucking splashes. You made people's attention spike. So well done, my friend. Then we end up with the bottom 3, and we end up talking about my boy Jake already. At least you tried, mate. You turned up every week. You were a solid participant in the fucking league. Well done for not finishing last. So that's at least a positive right there. Then Corey, the ghost himself, somehow doesn't play round 1, somehow doesn't play a bunch of rounds throughout the season, and still doesn't finish bottom last. So well done, Corey, for just not being absolutely terrible. And then we end up with Luke at the very bottom of the table, propping up the Foxes FPL 2021 table. So, all in all, boys, it was a fucking fantastic season. I'm going to play the fucking video so you guys can see how you guys trended throughout the year. I'll put the link in the description below so you can click it, find out, follow where everybody went. It's fucking great. I love watching it, boys, and seeing how people darted around all season. It's fucking phenomenal. As I said, boys, I'm going to play the fucking chase the tail thing here. And as you can see, boys, there's a fucking shitload going on early. But look at Tyler at the top, man. Solid from rounds 4 to round 9. And then it all goes to shit from about round 14 onwards. And then you get big fucking jumps, man. Massive jumps going on. Like Blake down the bottom finally figuring shit out and climbing up the table. Whippet coming out of nowhere from 5th spot to fucking take top spot. Matt hanging around at the top. You know, you got Tyler falling hard, man. Betters bouncing around like a crazy man. You got fucking Luke and Sam down the bottom here. Find it out. Sam just finally getting off that bottom. And then the big jumps, boys, all over the place. And then you get to the end of the season, it's me and Whip neck and neck all the way to the end. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. And Matt, captain, consistent himself, just 3rd, 4th, 2nd, 1st, 3rd, 4th, 2nd, 1st, all the way for the season. So, boys, it was a solid year. I love watching that graph. It's fucking brilliant. Have a click, have a play, boys. Let me know what you think, what you see, what I don't see. It was a great fucking time. So yeah, boys, that's it for the year. Now, big announcement. We are going to be doing the Euros Fantasy League. So this is going to be short, sharp, shiny, and fucking brilliant. And we're going to do something bigger than we did this year. We've learned a lot. There's been a big year. We've started strong. We've finished strong. Now let's build upon it and make the Euros a fucking brilliant thing. So let's rack in as many boys as we can. The more numbers, the better. Let's get involved. Let's make it bigger than it is. So let's get into that group chat. Add some people, boys. Let's fucking get it around the club. Let's get it into your friend circles. If anyone you know is interested, get them in the chat, boys. Let's build this thing so this year, the fucking Euros Fantasy League, we have a solid competition that we can then build upon for the next year of the Foxes FPL season. So, boys, that is it from me. It has been a fucking pleasure. I've enjoyed every single minute of this. Thank you for the trophy that I bought for myself. It's fucking brilliant. I love it. And, boys, I hope to see you soon. In the next chat, we will fucking be discussing the Euro Fantasy League, how it works, what we're putting in to go from there. But boys, I look forward to seeing you all soon. Peace.